My daughter's new husband is slowly learning my native language, and he's really starting to scare me. I apologize in advance if my English is not perfect. My family lives in Estonia. My daughter got married while studying abroad. He's American. I can only speak Estonian and some Finnish and some English. My daughter's new husband always speaks English too fast for me to understand. Sometimes my daughter answers things in slower English. Sometimes I don't like to hear what she says. Her husband arrived with her this summer to visit for 6 months. On the first month, since my daughter arrived with this American man, dogs have gone missing, and then later they are found dead. Someone had ripped up their dead bodies. On the third month, little Daria went missing too. By the way, that's Daria, D-A-R-J and A. She was so well hidden that we only found her after the 6 months was already over. People wonder who could do such things. The American never seemed bothered by it. The girl was killed with something blunt. While I was cleaning the guest's bedroom, I happened to notice a dirty-looking horseshoe hidden under the bed. It had dried blood on it, and there was only one horseshoe. My family never owned any horses or any horseshoes. The husband's things were all laying on the nightstand on that same side of the mattress. I called the police and they took fingerprints off of it. They say they are not my fingerprints or my daughter's. I was surprised when my daughter agreed to be fingerprinted at a cafe near our house. But then I realized that she knew her husband was dangerous too. I remember us driving to the airport in a big rush. My daughter had been left behind in her husband's big rush to escape Estonia. We wanted to meet the police there to help identify the American man. They needed his fingerprints to prove that he was the murderer. We didn't make it in time. American police won't answer our calls. There's too little evidence, and they haven't gathered any of it themselves. If you are reading this and you live in the USA, then I'm sorry we let him get back to you. He did send us a letter. It's been 10 months since he came to Estonia, and so it must have been about 7 months ago that he killed little Daria. I've asked my daughter, but the man's name is common, and he is from a very populous area of his home country. We have lost him in the American crowds, so we write this only so that you can be careful. His letter reads in Estonian as follows. Ma olen terve ja ma vandaban oma puudumise pärast. Ma külastan Eestit taas, kui võimud võtavad mu vastu viisakamalt. And not just that, he decided to show off a bit more, and he tried it in Finnish. The rest of his letter in Finnish reads as follows. Voin hyvin ja olen pahoillani, etten voi olla siellä. Tulen Viroon taas sitten, kun paikalliset auktoriteetit suhtautuvat minuun suopeammin. Both of these messages translate as follows. I am well. I am well, and I apologize for my absence. I will visit Estonia again when authorities receive me more politely. I'm so angry every time that I read the letter or think about it. I beg God that Estonia, and Finland also, never receives him politely again. There is a final thing that I should say about the killing of poor Daria. A note was buried alongside her body. And I say buried because that is a very generous word for how he hit her. Stuffed into the hollow tree alongside the corpse, there was a note. I won't bother translating it to English because it is vulgar and deserves to be forgotten. My point is that I've compared the two notes, and I can now say for more certain than ever that my daughter's husband is responsible. My daughter assures me that sharing his name will be meaningless. It is far too common and it will draw suspicion against innocent men. Instead, I advise you all to take stock of the men in your life. If there is one who makes you feel very afraid, then please take notice of that feeling. And by the way, if he mentions any future trip to Estonia, please contact me with any flight information that you can safely learn.